Hello and welcome. My name is Cambell and this is Spiral Up. What would you do if you couldn't fail? That's a good question. I mean, what would you really do if you believed you couldn't fail, if you knew you couldn't fail? Because the thing is, in this society, in this cult of that we're in, with all the education that they, put us through, the education system, all the indoctrination, and of course, imagination is a much better place than the indoctrination. But this is what they do. They teach us that everything is hard, that everything is, a struggle. It's a very negative perception that we're taught. And we're taught that, only a few make it, only a few can get to where they want to go. You've got to be lucky. You've got to be special. You need, all the breaks, things, the cards have got to fall in your favor, and all these weird sayings that we have that basically are trying to tell us that life is completely random and you need this invisible magical thing called luck to get anywhere. Now, that's obviously not true. That's a lie to teach us to not go too far, because this system that we're in is designed by people. We know up the top, the people that own all these businesses and all the, social media and all the infrastructure and all this kind of stuff. They want to stay there and they want us to stay where we are because we're good little workers. So they want us to believe that everything's random and that we can't change, that we can't change the reality, that we can't get rid of these people who wish to rule us. And so the question again is, what could you do if you couldn't fail? What would you do if you couldn't fail? I mean, really, if you went through life with that attitude every day, how do you think your life would be different? Because we know, we've all seen people like this, met people that you just talk to them and they just do things. They just say, I'm just going to do this. And before you know it, they're gone and they're doing it. And they have these, amazing lives and experiences, and everyone, is jealous. Oh, how do you get all this stuff? How do you do all this stuff? And the secret is, the reason is that they just do it. They don't, they see everything as an opportunity to learn, and they see problems as something that can be solved rather than a brick wall to stop them. And this is the thing, when you see problems as the be-all, the end-all, the brick wall, oh my God, it's a problem, that means I need to stop, then you're dead in the water. You can't go any further. You can't go forward. But if you see, problems as obstacles that can be solved, that are there to be solved, because this is the thing, how do we know this is, life? What is life, right? How do we know it's not just a big game? Like Tomb Raider. And when you get to an obstacle, it's there for you to work out. You've got to work out how to get through that obstacle. And when you do, you get to the next level. But what do most people do? They go, oh, obstacle, oh, too hard, going back to safety. And so this is the thing. If we believed that we could do anything, that we would succeed at anything, then we would never stop. We would just see every obstacle as an opportunity to grow, as a puzzle to solve, as something to work out so that we can move forward. Okay, but obviously, like I said, in life, so many people, and it's because we've been programmed. We see the problems. We don't see the solutions, and people are so problem focused. And of course, we have this thing in our head called the reticular activating system, the RAS. And it will prove you right. Its job is literally to prove you right. That's pretty much what it does. So if you are constantly telling yourself the world's bad and it's hard and it's a struggle and no one ever really makes it, and you've got to be born into this, you've got to be lucky, rah, 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 then that is what you will see, because your RAS will point that out to you. It will not point out to you the people that are doing well. It'll just point out to you what you believe. So when you see people failing, it'll point it out. When you see things that make you believe it's only, the rich and the lucky that can make anything of their lives, then it'll point that out to you. You'll see exactly what you want to see, and you'll be proven right. That's what your reticular activating system does. But in the same breath, if you see everything as an opportunity and an opportunity to grow and to become more and to learn, then that's what you'll be shown as well. You'll then be shown the people who have great obstacles, but go ahead anyway and get through them and succeed. And we all know these stories, guys. We all know these stories. Unfortunately, they're too few and far between, which we need to change. But we know it's possible because people do it all the time. Like, look through history, so many people, they don't care. You know, there's people with massive disabilities that are out there doing amazing things. And you know, you get someone who's got, you know, a good mind, you know, good physical attributes, family, friends, and they sit there and complain how hard the world is and how it, you know, it's against them and there's too many obstacles. And then you see some guy in a wheelchair with no arms and legs who's out there, you know, trying to motivate the world. And this is it. It's all our attitude. It's all how we see it. And this is really what, you know, the whole spiraling up thing is about. It's about changing the way we see the world. Because when we change the way that we see the world, we change the way that we react or act. We go from reacting to acting, you know, because we can then see something, we can stop, interpret it, make a decision, and then act. Where most people walk around and things, you know, pop up in their reality and they just react. They do the same thing that they did last time that thing happened. And when you do that, when you react, you're never learning. You're never going to get past that point. That's why the same things keep popping up over and over and over and over again. It's because you never get through them. But if you see it as the puzzle in the game and it pops up and you solve it and get through it, then it's gone and you're on to the next level. You're on to the next obstacle, onto the next, you know, situation that you can learn and grow from, which is really what it is. And growth isn't easy. You know, everyone sort of thinks that, you know, that we should just, I don't know, be sitting down on couches being, you know, cooled by people with big ostrich feathers, you know, being fed, fruit, and everything should be easy and we should get exactly what we want whenever we want it. But that's not the deal down here. And when you think about it, that's not fair. How would that work? What kind of a world, you know, would that actually create? That would be hell if everyone just sat around and got exactly what they wanted. So we need to deserve things. We need to deserve. We need to serve ourselves, you know, turn ourselves into the person that we need to be, so that we can get through these obstacles, so that we can make change, so that we can inspire, so that we can become the person that we want to be and that we need to be, so that, you know, we can do what we're sent here to do, because we're all sent here to do something. We've all got a piece of the puzzle. But if we sit down saying it's too hard, we're never going to get that piece into the bigger picture, are we? So again, you know, if you could not fail, what would you do? You know, what would you be doing today? Would you be in the same job? Would you be in the same house? Would you be in the same relationship even? You know, because anything that's holding you back and making you less, stopping you from growing, is something you need to let go of. You know, things do change and people do grow. So, you know, as far as relationships, you know, don't stay in something just because you're in it. If it's holding you down, understand that the best thing for your partner as well might be, you know, to free both of you. Because so many people stay in relationships thinking, well, if I leave, you know, it's my partner's going to be all, you know, they're going to have a bad experience and they're going to be crushed. But you don't know that. That might actually be the best thing ever. Bit of a digression. I'm not saying leave your partner in, but it's just something that's happening at the moment. So many people are in relationships that are literally, they're not serving them, but they're actually going against them and holding them back from being who they really need to be. So it's with everything in life, you know. If we could not fail, if every move we made was taking us forward, what would we do? Because in reality, that's what's going on. If we keep moving forward, if we keep solving problems, if we see, you know, issues as, you know, problems to solve, then we keep moving forward and we keep getting better day by day. And before you know it, 5 years has gone by, 10 years, and you're a different person in a different place. And this is how change happens. It very, very rarely happens very big and very quickly as far as ourselves. It's more a slow, you know, process of just coming to different realizations, living through them, learning how to act different, see the world different, and then we get different experiences come our way, and then again the cycle goes and we start to spiral up. Of course, if we see everything as a problem, it will only spiral us down, and that's not what we want to do here. So yeah, little message. Hope you enjoyed that one. What would you do if you could not fail? I mean, and realistically, what would you do? Write it down. What are your goals? If you knew that you would succeed, what would you do? Because I'm pretty sure that with most people, they would be doing something different than they are now. Because most of us are in the situations we are because of fear. And I'm not talking, that we're in the corner, fearful and crying. It can just be small fears, just little things. Oh, look, and a lot of, we give ourselves excuses. Oh, it's just easier to stay here and not move. Oh, this is just easier. Oh, it's too much of a hassle to do this. Oh, this would, put so many people out. But they're just excuses to keep us where we are. And that's what we've got to get over. That's where we come through. Because all the excuses, they're the program. That's the program that's been put on top of us. That's fake. That's the illusion. So we've got to get through that and get back to ourselves, get back to the power and understand that we are the superhero of our story, and whatever we want to do, we can achieve. We can do it. As long as we keep going, put our focus there, be solutions oriented, we can do anything. We really can. But we need to get started and to actually take those steps and see those experiences for what they are so that we can learn from them rather than be held back by them. So there you go, guys. You are the superhero. What would you do? Realistically, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? All right. Hope you enjoyed that one. Look inside yourself, guys, because there is greatness in there and the world needs you to bring it out. So stay awesome, and I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.